Maggie to the rescue!
Hey everybody, Maggie's here luxuriating in some bubble wrap. And underneath this bubble wrap are my dream dolls that a girl down the street from me had in her doll collection that I envied very much as a child. So now I finally have them and I'm very excited. Thank you, Meg. You can have a seat down here. They are actually from Goodwill, but from Goodwill online. And they're going to need a little bit of restoration. This is Madame Alexander's Renoir portrait doll. Isn't she gorgeous? Look at her beautiful little face and shiny blonde hair. I'll have to restore her hair a little bit. It's still in pretty good shape, but it needs a little help. And she has multiple tiers of beautiful lace on organza with a satin bow. Look at this bow, it's still in great condition. Look at that cute little face. I'm gonna have to clean it up a little bit. Wonderful taffeta and tulle underneath. Tights and the little boots from the Renoir period. And I don't know if you know the artist Renoir. He was an impressionist and I was obsessed with him as a child, and so I had posters of his work on my walls. So the Renoir doll is definitely one that I always wanted. Look at the detail. The thing about Madame Alexander is that she was, just as obsessed with the fashions for her dolls as she was for the dolls themselves. So everything was made so beautifully. Okay, so that's doll number one. And then the next one is a princess doll. So it's two princesses and one portrait doll. So this is Sleeping Beauty. She still has her original tag. And somebody marked 1977 mom on it. So that's interesting. So I don't know if the doll was made in 1977 or if that's when the person got it. But look at this. So it's gold sequins. She has a little headpiece that's gold sequins, her little crown. I'll have to get that in better shape. I might add new elastic so that stays on. Sequins here, and then she has tulle that has metallic on it, so it's like a metallic thread inside of the tulle on top of the taffeta, and then she has tulle on the bottom to make the dress stand out. Oh, and she has like pantaloons, and she also has, she has hose. Oh wow, they have a seam up the back. And she has gold shoes. She needs the bottom of this shoe done like this one. I have some cardboard. I'll just cut that out and put it there. Oh, and look, she has flowers on her dress. Oh, that's so sweet. I know Madame Alexander loved to do that as well. And she has the blinky eyes. She also has, but she has golden blonde hair as opposed to the more platinum blonde of the Renoir doll. And her hair definitely needs some shampoo and conditioning and combing time. So sweet. Gosh, these dolls, I just absolutely love them. Okay. And then we have Snow White. So cute. Dark, dark brown eyes. I love that. Blinky eyes again. Hers are, hers aren't closing. Well, there you go. Put that back. That's okay. Those little eyes back. Oh, I'll deal with that in a minute. And she has, I love this part of Snow White that her collar goes up. And I guess this goes around her hair. Her hair, let's see. Oh, it has stiffener in it. So it was made to stay this way. I'll have to get that a little bit back in order. And again, metallic thread, and then it's taffeta, and then look how beautiful this is, that the satin ribbon is sewn down so beautifully. The soft tulle, is that called something else? I don't know if it's tulle or not, or if it's called net. taffeta again. Oh my gosh, she has the hose too. I love that. A lot of older dolls had this, like from the 50s and maybe the 60s. As a matter of fact, I have a doll, a Madame Alexander doll that's a very special restoration I'm going to do very soon. I'll give you a little preview actually, and I love her silver metallic slippers. But I am going to be doing a very special restoration on a Sissy Face doll. So I'm going to be turning a Winnie Walker doll into a Sissy doll. I mean, not literally, but I'm just going to dress her that way and get her all fixed up. So I'll give you a little sneak peek preview. So she has a long way to go, but I'm really excited about getting her restored. All right, well, I took their clothes off. I'm going to wash most of the clothes because they do smell a little dusty. I didn't think I was going to have to. They're pretty clean looking, but they're quite dusty. So some of the dolls are a little bit dirty. I don't know if you can see the dirt on her, and but I don't really want to dunk them and take the chance of getting water in their limbs. So I'm going to wipe them down with baby wipes. So their bodies are lighter weight than older Madame Alexander dolls. These are hollow plastic. Their faces are a little bit of a nicer quality. I was able to pull her eye back up. I don't know if these were individual curls at one point or not, but I probably won't worry too much about that. I just want to get it cleaner and brushed and combed. So, but look at this. This is interesting. Do you see? So she has a band and a little pin in her hair, and I'm going to try to work around that. If it comes out, I will try to replace it, but I think I'm going to try to just wash around that. And her hair is equally like really nice quality, but you know, it needs attention for sure. But I think, you know, I've worked with hair similar to this before, so I'm pretty confident that I can get it back to a much nicer state. And it's interesting, the hair that has stiffener in it, I definitely want to wash her hair, so we'll just see what happens. I might just have to curl it again. But I'm going to go wash their hair. I'm going to wash off camera. I have lots of videos where I'm washing the doll's hair, and usually what I do is I wash it first in soap and water. A lot of times it's dish soap. And then I soak their hair in fabric softener. And then I add a little bit of conditioner. You can be sure to just go to my channel and check out other videos, and you'll see that process. So they are all clean and their hair is washed, soaked, and conditioned. So if you do want to see the techniques that I use to wash and soak and condition hair, you can check out Rubbish to Royal or Filthy to Fantastic or Gross to Gorgeous. I have tons of videos with my process, so be sure to check those out. So now I'm going to get them ready to comb. So I'm going to start with the Renoir doll. And this is also something you'll see in my other videos, which is I always like to start with a wide tooth comb. I just do it as gently as possible and always starting at the ends. Some of her hair is shorter. Now for Sleeping Beauty. She's used to sleeping, so she'll be fine. So her hair did have like kind of like a big chunk of glue in it, but I think it was stiffener. And so I'm just going to do my best and see what happens. Well, it's going through. I think it's going to keep the curl. That's great. So it's the next day and their hair is all dry and it's gorgeous. Look at this style, the Renoir. It's like gold. It's really long. She has little wispy bangs. Look how well they came out. Beautiful. So I don't think I want to do really anything to her hair. I like the layered look. It makes it really like, I don't know, wispy. This did really well. So I did wash it with this still in, and I think it did really nicely. I'm just going to comb it all out and then maybe form some individual curls if I can. It's interesting, it's shorter underneath, so there might have been a style where this was needed to go up maybe, and this was shorter underneath, because it really doesn't look like it was cut by a child. I mean, I guess it could have been, but it doesn't really look that way. That has a certain look. Very choppy look. I'm gonna run the brush through it. Time for Snow White's hair. And I kept in her little strings too, tying up these two pieces of hair. I like that, so it's creating a kind of almost like curtain-like shape. So her little curls stayed in place, and it's not stiff. So here's her dress. Look, it's standing up. I'll change to wide. How about that? It's just standing on its own. So I use things like this as my dress forms if needed to dry dresses. I use old Coke bottles or milk bottles, whatever you have. Works. But I love that it can stand on its own. I am probably going to steam this though, because this got a little bit wrinkly, but it washed up really well. Let me smell it. It smells a lot better. So I washed everything except for Sleeping Beauty's dress because of the paper flowers, and I ironed underneath, and I touched up Renoir Doll's snaps on her shoes with a little white paint. And I also added the gold cord to Sleeping Beauty's crown. So I'm just going to use a little pastel to add color to Sleeping Beauty's cheeks and to the Renoir doll's cheeks. The Snow White has good cheek color already. And I followed your advice. Several of you said don't use the lipstick that I was using on Pumpkin's cheeks. To use pastel instead, so I'm doing that. I know pastel has a binder as well, but it seems like it is less than what is in lipstick, so I'll use that now. This looks so cute. I love their cheeks. Okay, so I'm going to get them dressed, and Maggie and I are going to get all set up for the big reveal. Gorgeous. I couldn't believe it when I saw these for sale all together, and that they needed a little TLC, so I knew I had to have them and fulfill my childhood dream. It feels like a full circle moment. And I was thinking maybe it was my friend's mom who actually chose the dolls for the collection, because I don't remember my friend really caring about them, at least not the way I did. So here's what I did with Sleeping Beauty's hair. So let's take a look at them before. And here they are after. If you have an unfulfilled childhood doll dream, let me know in the comments, and I hope you find your dream. And if you haven't already, please be sure to like and subscribe to Maggie to the Rescue. I have lots more restorations and show and tells and fashion shows to come. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Like and subscribe. Thank you.